Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beer Review. So today we're going over to Samuel Smiths Brewery based in Yorkshire, not overly far away from Leeds apparently. The only reason I know that is because we're going up to Bridlington, finally rather, in September and looking at breweries on the way up, and this is one of the breweries that came out. So it's Pale Ale, bottled by Sam Smith, Old Brewery, Tadcaster. Organic, bought it from the Out of This World in Beeston, an organic shop. Fermented in stone Yorkshire squares. ABV of 5%. Samuel Smiths Pale Ale captures the true soul of beer. It is brewed with hard well water, best organic malted barley, yeast and organic aroma, hops. Fermentation in stone Yorkshire squares creates a full-bodied, rounded palate that goes well with good food. It is a fresh maltiness that reminds you that good beer is a product of the soil, organically nurtured. Best served around 51 degrees Fahrenheit, about 11 degrees. I wouldn't say it was 11 degrees in here, but it's not far off that. So temperature wise, the beer, I wouldn't have thought it would be room temperature anyway. So it was a bit cooler. So there we go. First ever time drinking this. So one of these days I'll get to see these Yorkshire squares and see what they are. I know that Bateman's have got some sort of square thing as well, like open top square. Are they the same? I don't know. I mean, I know the Marston's used to have the union system. So I'm not sure about that. Crystal clear pour, amber looking pour, looks good. Malty, got a bit of candied apple there to be fair. Toffee. It's like a bit of toffee going off. Very similar actually to St. Peter's IPA that I brewed. Not overly far, not in colour, ABV or taste. Just been out, went down to Beeston for a natter, a bit of a meet up. Only had 2 pints. In fact, technically I had a pint and a third. So yeah, 2 drinks. 3 drinks. We're out tomorrow, so didn't want to do it. Didn't want to spend too much either. You know, you've got to be careful. It's all right going out drinking loads, but beer's not cheap. So, you know, at some stage you have to be prudent in your beer drinking. Hence why I homebrew, because homebrewing gives me the ability to have a beer, but not at prices that the pubs sell. And, you know, we give enough money to pubs on Raggy's Beer Reviews. I mean, predominantly anything up to about £4 a year, 4 or 5 grand a year between us. So, you know, it's a lot of money. It's a good investment in beer. And that's only the stuff that goes into, it's frightening really, isn't it? That's only the stuff that goes straight, that's what you pay in the pubs. The stuff that I drink in the beer room, well, there you go. I mean, that can be anything from, say, £5 or £6 a day, 50 quid a week. So literally, I could be spending anything up to about 8 or 9,000 a year on beer. That is frightening when you think about it. Luckily, I don't think about it very often. I know that I do a lot of work and work hard to do what I do. So, yeah, I've got wet here. I've just walked past a flipping tree that's fell over, and the branches are wet, and I can feel the wet all the way down my side here. And I'm wondering where it's come from. I've just remembered. Yeah. So definitely getting toffee flavours coming through on this. Malty, toffee, certainly easy drinking. Samuel Smiths, eh? I've never been in a Samuel Smiths pub. I assume it's, depending on where you live in the world, in Nottingham obviously, we ain't got there. There's no Samuel Smiths pubs in Nottingham. I mean, predominantly Nottingham's made up of a lot of lagery pubs. There's a few Castle Rock, there's Green Kings, Wetherspoons, Marstons, Lincoln Green, you know, Blue Monkey, a few. Obviously some tap rooms, but yeah, not a single Samuel Smiths. Apparently years ago Purity had a bar in Nottingham, but again, that's long gone, that has. And I think this is the last of my, and this is beginning to become a trend with beers on the beer wall, where I've had beers from certain breweries and I bought a beer hole. It's becoming a trend that you know, those beers have come to the end of the journey and we're moving on. And basically, last October, Dorset, Christmas beers, beers from Lincolnshire, beers from our Matlock trip, and beers from our Melton Mowbray trip. So, you know, a lot of the beers on here are from our trips around the country. Not predominantly supermarket beers, literally hardly any. And like I say, if you've been watching the channel, I'm going to look at the supermarkets again, seeing what's interesting in, going buying a few beers from supermarkets, re-reviewing interesting beers, or certainly German beers at the top of the list at the moment, with Oktoberfest around the corner. Do want to have a go at more of them. But we'll see on that, on all sides of things. Oh. Proper modern traditional beer, or traditional really, more just a traditional beer. Like I say, toffee's predominantly the flavour that I'm bursting from it. Malty toffee, other elements in there we're getting notes of, but that's the predominant taste in this. 5%, yeah, it's an ABV that's not too taxing. Yeah, nice, organic. As a gardener, you know, I grow a lot of stuff organically. Don't use weed killers and pesticides anywhere near anything I grow. Obviously, if it's on a car park and it's got weeds on the car park, I am not messing about digging weeds up, because I couldn't do it, you know, literally. But we try to be as pesticide free as we can at work. That our only way to beat that is to plant as much stuff as possible, so that the plants snuff out the weeds. Literally this week I'm going to use water butts, fill them to the top with compost and vegetation, weeds first, fill them to the top, and plant strawberries in them. So they've got all that water to capacity below. And basically the strawberries are going to trail over on all angles. And if I've put a bit of water and start it off, not really a problem. Over the winter months, they'll tap into that water source. And by gosh, next year, they should be amazing. And, you know, where I have to top up the soil, I will. But I've got literally 10 water butts, big water butts. I'm going to put the fill them to the top, soil, and get the strawberries growing that way. And the focus, my primary ambition is to basically to strawberries trip where you go up and we just pick a strawberry. And that's my ambition for Aggie's Birdies. Plans that you have, eh? Plans that you have. Trust me, it will happen. Yeah, definitely. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying the old-fashioned flavours. I'd like to see the Yorkshire squares. I know that Black Sheep have them. Samuel Smiths, obviously. Beeston's maybe. So yeah, I'll have to go and see about getting a brewery tour around one of them breweries, and you know, and showcasing it on the channel so people can see. Always better to go yourself, but a bit of a video showcasing is an interesting thing, in my opinion at least. Yeah, so enjoyed that. Like I say, very much a toffee, predominantly toffee flavour coming through. Would I drink it again? No, it's one of them beers, you know, it's a one-off beer for me. I've enjoyed my beer, but certainly, you know, once I've tried it, job's a good one. Out of 5. Out of 5 for me, I'll give this yeah, good 4.1 out of 5. The scores matter? No, I enjoyed it.